The music scenes of the late 20th century were marked by the emergence of bold, groundbreaking genres that challenged the status quo and gave voice to the disenfranchised. Among these genres, grunge and punk stood out for their raw energy, rebellious spirit, and unapologetic authenticity. Two women who played pivotal roles in shaping these genres are Tina Bell and Polystyrene. Their contributions to grunge and punk music not only broke new ground but also left a lasting legacy that continues to inspire musicians today.
3 miles from ground zero, waiting for the sun, still hasn't shone. Searching across the waters, what's that I see? Could it
Tina Bell, a trailblazing black American singer, emerged as a powerful force in the early grunge scene. Born in 1957 in Seattle, Washington, Bell co founded the band Bam Bam in the early 1980s, along with her husband, guitarist Tommy Martin, and bassist Scott Ledgerwood. Bam Bam's music was characterized by its heavy, distorted guitar riffs, pounding drums, and Bell's distinctive, soulful voice. The band quickly gained a following in the Seattle music scene, performing at iconic venues such as the Central Tavern and the Rainbow. Much prior to the formation of Nirvana, songwriter Kurt Cobain often attended Bam Bam shows and was even a roadie for a brief moment. So, you know where I'm going with this one, right? Although Bam Bam never achieved mainstream success, their influence on the burgeoning grunge movement was undeniable. Bell's powerful stage presence and emotive vocals inspired a generation of musicians, including future icons such as Kurt Cobain and Chris Cornell. As one of the few black women in the predominantly white and male grunge scene, Bell's impact was all the more significant. She broke down barriers and paved the way for future generations of diverse artists to find their voice in the world of rock music. Polystyrene born Mariana Joan Elliott said in 1957 was a British musician and the front woman of a punk band X-Ray Specs, known for a distinctive voice, eclectic fashion sense, and unfiltered lyrics. Styrene was a trailblazer in the punk scene during the late 1970s. Her mixed race heritage, Somali father and British mother, and experiences with racial prejudice and mental health struggles informed much of her work, making her a unique and powerful voice in punk music. Styrene was a British punk icon known for her vocal and unapologetic lyrics. The X-Ray Specs debut album, Germ-Free Adolescence, released in 1978, is considered a seminal work in punk history. The album features songs that tackle consumerism, identity, and social issues with a biting wit and unflinching honesty. It was Styrene's high-pitched wailing vocals and the band's energetic, saxophone-infused sound set that set them apart from their contemporaries. Tracks like Oh Bondage, Up Yours, and Identity became anthems for the disenfranchised youth of the area, resonating with fans and critics alike. Styrene's fearless approach to self expression and activism made her a trailblazer in the punk movement, leaving a lasting impact on the genre itself. She was a fashion icon known for her bold do it yourself style that challenged conventional norms of beauty and gender, but her refusal to conform to the punk scene, often rigid aesthetic expectations, made her a symbol of individuality and empowerment. So to this day, Styrene's legacy continues to inspire musicians and artists who seek to push boundaries and speak their truth. Both Tina Bell and Polly Styrene made significant contributions to their respective genres, helping to shape the sound and ethos of grunge and punk music. Bell's work with Bam Bam laid the groundwork for the Seattle grunge scene, which would later explode into the mainstream with bands like Nirvana, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, and Pearl Jam. Her powerful vocals and stage presence set a standard of future grunge frontwomen, and her influence can be heard in the music of many of the genre's biggest acts. And her legacy endures as a testament of her talent and perseverance. However, Polystyrene's impact on punk music is equally profound. Her fearless approach to songwriting and performance challenged societal norms and inspired a generation of punk musicians to do the same. Styrene's work with X-Ray Specs defined the punk sound as previously with the band called Death, and her influence can be seen in the music of countless bands that followed. It was her willingness to address issues of race, gender, and mental health in her music that paved the way for future artists to explore these themes in their work. So let's give a shout out to both Tina Bell and Polystyrene, who are the trailblazers that left an indelible mark on the worlds of grunge and punk music. It was their contributions that helped to shape the sound and, most importantly, the attitude of their respective genres. We celebrate their achievements and are reminded of the power of music to challenge norms and, most importantly, break down barriers.